Welcome to a PlayStation Plus review for November 2015. First off, we have Walking Dead Season 2. While not as good as first, Walking Dead Season 2 is still a really good game. The game is fairly dark with several scenes that made me feel uncomfortable. What's neat is that choices you make in previous games actually carry over to this one. Unfortunately, I played the first game on the PS3 and there's no way to transfer your save file over to the PS4. Neither Season 1 or Season 2 are cross-buy, meaning if I wanted to do another playthrough of the first game, I'd also have to rebuy it. Thankfully, I'm presented with a lovely Buy It Now button when I first started the game.
There he hoped to find 1 to 4 brave wizards to whom he could give the glorious quest of saving the world.
I was never interested in the Magicka games. A friend of mine once recommended it to me, but I never got around to playing it. But now with the sequel out and it being free on PlayStation Plus, I finally got around to playing it, and I really enjoyed it. You can play the game single player or up to 4-player local or online co-op. The game is similar to dungeon crawlers like Diablo, but focuses more on skills than grinding for more gear. The game is also pretty funny with many fourth wall breaking jokes and a bunch of epic internet memes.
The war has arrived at the gates of Hillis. This peaceful mining planet in System 4 is now completely encircled by the Dom's Armada. General Keck, Supreme Commander of the Alpha Forces, would like to take this opportunity to address a final message to the population.
Beyond Good and Evil was one of those cult classic games that I always wanted to play, but never got around to doing so. I was pleasantly surprised with the game being free on PlayStation Plus, but after playing it for a bit, I ended up being really disappointed. The HD remaster doesn't really do too much other than some small graphical improvements. The audio for the game feels out of sync at some points. The game starts off in media res and I have no idea what was going on. Soon after, I was facing a boss, which was a complete rip-off of the Gahoma fight from Zelda Ocarina of Time. It involves stunning and hitting the eyeball, boss dropping down a glowing item, and teleporting away in a blue teleport. Being an older game, it also has many modern game elements missing, such as autosave. In fact, saving the game was a hassle. The game is not terrible, and I'll probably finish it eventually. Mass Effect is another one of these massively popular games that I never got around to playing. It's a third-person shooter, but in reality it's just a vehicle to get from one cutscene to the other, which contains the main part of the game, the decisions. The choices you make in the game supposedly affect the outcome of the game, but it's a shame that we get Mass Effect 2 and not the first one. So if you want to catch up with the storyline, you had to purchase both Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 3. But unlike Walking Dead, it never gave me a prompt to do so.
Of the Ashura realm, ancient songs tell of a great war lasting centuries between man and Vezin, known as the Age of Fire.
I don't think I played a worse game on the PS4. Dragon Fin Soup is horrible. It's a roguelike inspired by SNES era RPGs. To start, the game is very loud. Check out these levels when I was editing the video. The game is guilty of the you have to die trope. The dialogue in the game is amazing, with dogs saying woof. I played the game for nearly an hour and I have no idea how I endured it that long. I guess cutting down trees was more entertaining than I thought.
Pardon me while I scan you.
I was shocked to see a PSP game on the list. I unearthed my PSP and downloaded the game to my PS3 so I could transfer it to my PSP. The game is really obtuse to play. You need to lay down a red mat or book, or in my case an old ruined shirt. You also need to download and print the PlayStation VR cards, and there is a link for them in the store page, but that link is now invalid. Next, you need a perfect lighting condition, or else you can't play this properly, so I won't.
Emo, 5-star hotel, snacks. I love snacks.
So there you have it, the PlayStation Plus games for November 2015. We get some really good entries and we even get a AAA game, but the mobile offerings are just terrible. In terms of value, it is almost $100 of games, which is one of the highest I've seen in recent time. Overall, I really like these games and I'll go back to play them, excluding the mobile ones. First off, we have Broken Age, a point-and-click adventure game from legendary Tim Schafer. Much like any other adventure game, you run around, click on things, and solve puzzles. The game is absolutely adorable with a great art style and great sense.